Hey folks, I told you I'll be back with this. This is the Marwell, Marwell, I forget, don't I? And this comes from Edel Sound, the German site that you can get on eBay. And they also have their own website. And I've discovered, this is my second, no, this is my first of their guitars. And it is a Tele, and I did an introductory video on this. And now I've done a bit of tinkering with it, messed around with it a bit. I have to say that I really like the neck on this. It's a maple on maple. It's not heavily lacquered, which I like. It's sort of a matte finish. Not too much gloss on the neck. There's a bit of polish, of course, but not overdone like some necks I've seen. It does have Wilkinson pickups on it, which are not high-end, but they're not, unbranded junk either. And the parts on it, I believe, are also Wilkinson, including the tuners. So that's quite good. It's got the Wilkinson logo on the back of the tuners. So, for a sub 100 pound Tele copy, the fact that they bothered to put, reasonable parts on it speaks well of the company. This one did come to me, I'll remind you, with a slight ding here. You're not going to be able to see it, probably. In the finish, maybe right there you can see it. See it there in the light. From a shipping issue, and I gave you the story of that on another video. And what I did is I worked it out with them. I accepted this one as is if they gave me a discount on a second one, and I'll show you that on the next video, what the next guitar is from this particular company. There's not much more to say about this. I like this sort of grayish pearloid pick guard with the black finish. I think that's very, very smart. The fit of the neck is really good. There's no daylight or anything like that. There's no uneven screws. It's put together very nicely. The setup on this was pretty decent. One or two burrs to knock off, but nothing terrible concerning the frets on this. And a very slight adjustment on the action, which is normal when it's traveling so far. I watch lots of videos where people expect to have guitars shipped to them from around the world and have them arrive with a perfect setup. That's kind of unreasonable when you consider what wood does, when it's subjected to different temperatures and atmospheres. So I expect to do a bit of setup. I don't expect to do a complete repair job on a new guitar, which has happened in the past, but these are relatively well set up, and they do have a number of models. If you go on to eBay UK and look up Edel Sound, EDEL, you'll find Tele copies, LP copies, other kinds of guitars, acoustics, and they all seem pretty good for the money, pretty reasonably priced. And there's some very cheap ones on there under £100 or around 100 to 150 pounds. This being the Tele model, and it might be worth exploring that. We've had good luck with Thomann, so maybe another German-based site will yield some good results as well. So far, except for that little shipping snafu, I'm quite pleased with the stuff I've seen from this particular company. I think this sits ahead of a lot of telecopies I've had, cheap telecopies that I've shown on this channel. Just for its neck alone, and also because it's got reasonable pickups on it. Again, not super high-end, but fairly reasonable. At least they're branded in some way with the Wilkinsons. It looks like they put D'Addarios on these as well, which is a little higher quality than what you get on some of these cheap guitars. Yeah, so I have to give this a thumbs up for value. I think I paid around 92-3 pounds plus shipping, which may have been 16 or something like that. The guitar only took 2 or 3 days to arrive from Europe, and I didn't get hit with any duty charges or anything like that. So it's pretty quick delivery, as quick as many guitars I order in the UK. So it's a good option. I might explore some more of their instruments coming up very soon. So stick around if you're interested in these, and maybe check one out for yourself. They do have a website, and I think they offer more models on the website. So if you want to order direct from them, you can, or you can just go to their eBay page on the UK site. I don't think they have a presence in the US. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's just a Europe UK thing. But anyway, I'll give you another close-up of this. Nice black telly with reasonable parts on it, and plays pretty well. You will probably have to do some small setup on one of these, and the other big drawback on this, and I got in trouble for this the other day from one of you, complaining about a lack of a bag, and someone sent a comment saying, "What's wrong with you? You can just buy your own bag." Well, the thing is, this damage that happened here probably wouldn't have happened if this had been shipped in a bag. And I just think it makes sense, since manufacturers can get gig bags made in the hundreds and thousands, literally for pennies each. It makes sense to me for a company to ship a guitar in a gig bag, particularly if they can get some padding on it. It protects the guitar in shipping. And yeah, you can buy your own gig bag, but the thing is, it's nice to get one with a gig bag, and if it's a cheap gig bag, you live with it until you get a replacement. So I think companies should include bags, and I'm going to include that on my evaluation of this particular guitar. All the ones I've seen so far from this company don't include bags. I think you can order them extra, but I think really they should give you like something akin to this Tiger bag, which I bought for it, which is, you can buy these for about £9 or £10 on Amazon UK. And they could probably get these, I don't know, for £1 or £2 each, and ship their guitars in something like that, and it would give them some protection. It would give the customer, at least some sort of gig bag until they decide to replace it. But anyway, I said I would come back after setup with this. It's set up nicely. I'm not sure what I'll do with it. I enjoy playing it. I've been playing it quite a lot recently. The pickup settings have quite a variation in them. You do get the feeling like you're playing a Tele. Is it as good as a Squire? Well, I don't know. I haven't played some of the new Squires lately. But certainly it's probably better than some of the Tele copies I've had throughout the years on this show. I think it puts this, up with the Brazilian one, the Tajima that I had. Feels pretty similar to this. Maybe the Tajima was slightly better. But this one's pretty good. Again, after setup. So there you go. This is the Tele model. And it comes in 3 different finishes, by the way. I know there's a natural one. And the pick guards are all pearloid and slightly different colors. So maybe go on there and look at the options for this particular guitar. If you like the black one, get this one. But they do have a couple of other color options as well. All right, folks. See you on the next one.